So what is the threat to the homeland? Senator Dianne Feinstein from California joins me now. She is the ranking Democrat on the Intelligence Committee and an expert on all of this. Senator, thank you very much. We have been talking about the president's strategy. He reiterated his strategy today. You have said before that 50 special forces is not enough. What would it take to defeat ISIS?
Well, let me begin by saying this, Andrea. I've never been more concerned. I read the intelligence faithfully. ISIL is not contained. ISIL is expanding. They've just put out a video saying it is their intent to attack this country. And I think we have to be prepared. I think hopefully France will go for a Chapter 5, which will bring NATO into it. Hopefully we will work with our allies to put together the kind of coalitions and attack plans in more than one place at a given time. There's only one way we're going to diminish them, and that is by taking them out, because they are growing. They are in more than a dozen countries now. They are sophisticated. They have apps to communicate on that cannot be pierced, even with a court order. So they have a kind of secret way of being able to conduct operations and operational planning. So we should take this very, very seriously.
Well, taking your point, don't we need more than 50 special forces? Don't we need as many as 2 brigades? Former Ambassador Jim Jeffrey has been saying, how many troops on the ground do we need?
I'm not a military expert. I can't tell you how many troops on the ground we need, but we certainly need more than 50 special ops. And we need the ability to make a difference on the ground. We need to be able to work with Russia and Iran if they will work with us in the Syria area. We need to be able to get a political solution to Assad so that all of everyone's attention can be directed to ISIL. Look, ISIL took down a major aircraft, 224 people. It had a major attack in Beirut, 40 people killed. It had a major attack in Fresno, numbers killed and wounded. And this is just in the last month. They are on a march, and it's important to recognize this and prepare to deal with it with action. And candidly, I don't think bombing runs alone, we've done about 8,000 now, can really make a difference. So we're going to have to look at some new themes, and I think we're going to have to listen very carefully to our military people and ask for the kind of precise military strategy and tactics that might be able to really contain ISIL and defeat it.
We've been told since Friday night, and Paris was under siege at the time, that there is no credible threat to the homeland. Can we be confident in that, given that we didn't see Paris coming?
No, I don't think we can be credible with that. Director Comey of the FBI reported to us just this past summer that there's an investigation, I think it's widely known, in virtually every FBI office. There's a video now saying that they are authorizing attacks in our country. So I think they are on a march. I think we have to recognize this. I think we have to work to see that we have a broken passport system. We've got 45 million stolen passports floating around. We've got international travel documents floating around. We have a visa waiver program that allows somebody, if they come back from Syria to France, to come into this country. All of these things have to be explored and changed, and it has to be done quickly.
The CIA Director, John Brennan, acknowledged today that in the aftermath of Paris, both France and the United States has to see whether there are significant gaps. Are these the kind of gaps you're concerned about?
Well, I don't know what he was referring to. I do know that everybody's working very hard, both the American intelligence agencies as well as the French and the British and others. So, Charlie Hebdo was a case in point, and I don't think anybody went to sleep after Charlie Hebdo. The point I'm trying to make is that it's so easy for them to communicate, give operational orders. They have money, they can buy the arms, they can buy the bombs and carry out these efforts. So, 3 big attacks in a month cannot be taken loosely. They have to be taken very seriously. And we need to do everything we can to see that our borders are as tight as they possibly can be.
The FBI Director, James Comey, has been warning about end-to-end encryption, that there are dark sites that we can't, as you just said, even with a court order, we can't look at. What is your message to Silicon Valley, and should there be a crisis meeting now with those internet companies?
Well, I have actually gone to Silicon Valley. I have met with the chief counsels of most of the big companies. I have asked for help, and I haven't gotten any help. I think that Silicon Valley has to take a look at their products, because if you create a product that allows evil monsters to communicate in this way, to behead children, to strike innocents, whether it's at a game in a stadium, in a small restaurant in Paris, take down an airliner, that's a big problem. So we need high-tech's help in securing an internet that even with a court order, you can't get to what they're saying. That's a big problem.
Dianne Feinstein, we should reiterate, is the senator from California, so you were speaking to your own constituents. I really appreciate your coming on today.